You're here with us today. Our vision is outstanding life and service to God, transforming the world. We invite you to come for the word, and we know that you will stay for the kingdom. The Bridge Network City Church, Canada, is based in Vancouver at the moment, where we're starting out, and we believe so strongly in connecting to each other, to community, and of course to God. And to be a part of this, everything you need to know about how to give, how to support, how to contact us is right there on the screen in front of you. The number is 1-604-600-7940. The website is thebridgenetwork.ca. We look forward to hearing from you. We thank you so much for being part of what we're doing today. And remember, the Bridge Network City Church Canada is here just for you. God bless you.
Good morning and welcome to the Bridge Network City Church Canada. I'm Genesis, your host, and this is the Real Success Seminar. Here at the Real Success Seminar, we discuss business-related topics, and this month we are focusing on the topic navigating a new skills economy. And our speaker for this service is in person of Ms. Dupe Oluniyi, and she would be taking us deeper into this topic. Stay blessed.
Building faith-infused brand is all about value. And I was like, so is that simple? It's all about value. That value must be captured in our vision and mission statement. And I don't want to sound too technical by all these vision statement, mission statement. I want to go ahead and read a scripture to us that actually covers all this. In John 13:35, it says, "By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if you love one another." It is as simple as that. So this morning I want to say to you, calm down. Don't be overtaken by situations around you. God has given us only one commandment, and it is that we should love. If you want your business to have focus, and if you want a faith-driven, consumer-centric approach, you need to activate love. It is amazing that is the base. I know we keep looking for technical words and technical jargons, but God has made everything simple, and man has complicated it. Why is it love? Let's take a look at great nations that we know of. We normally use United Kingdom, we use USA as examples. And the truth of the matter is that all the laws, all the rules, all their businesses, their judicial system, if you actually go back in time and see the foundation, you will discover that they are all rooted in the scriptures. The idea of them not liking people that cheat, the idea of them loving people that tells the truth, the idea of them bringing things into justice is because of their foundation, and it is rooted in love. The book of 1 Corinthians 13:4-8, it reads, it says, "Love is patient." And you might ask, what has that got to do with my business? A lot. A lot. If you are not patient, you are not likely to succeed in business, because patience is a strong word that we need to abide with. It says love is kind. We are talking about your business. Are you kind? Are you kind? Because if you are not kind, you are not likely to make it in business. Love does not envy. Most times we do not know how powerful envy is. Envy can ground your business because you keep chasing shadows. Love is not proud. The Bible makes us to understand that God hates a haughty look and a proud mind. If you are proud, you are not likely to get your full benefit or the goodies that God has in stock for you, because you are likely to put him off. Does not dishonor others. Most of us have dishonored our customers. No reverence, nothing. And the truth of the matter is that most times your customers or your ideal customers don't look the way you expect them to look. And we always judge them by this. And with that, we have lost a lot. We can do better when we begin to retrace ourselves and begin to honor others. And it's not just others as in customers. What of your staffs? Do you honor them? Do you treat them shabbily? You want your business to turn out well and to give you the best results, and yet the way you relate with your staffs is whack. And when I was looking at this thing, I'm like, can I get, something deeper? And it occurred to me that, let me use my business for example. I don't pay my customers salary. I pay them on commission. On every item you make, you get a commission. So at my place of work, my staff, sorry. So if you want to make money while working with me, just do your thing. So every staff of mine determine how much they get at the end of the month. So with that, I don't have to run after them. I don't have to bother my head. If I give you 100,000, I know you have done, you worth that money. If I give you 2, it's because you have done what you ought to do. But, it is very easy for me to feel, well, Shebi is the work that they do, that they collect. Meanwhile, what they do, everything is related. Customer comes in. If I don't drive in customers, they don't have work to do. I'm part of the people because I work on my job too. I'm actually a staff. I get paid too. And part of what I do is actually cutting. So if I don't cut, they have nothing to sew. But if you are selfish, you may just take your time at times and just cut a little, because you feel is what they do that they get. But unfortunately for me, that is what drives me. Because I'm like, if I don't give them work to do, they won't earn much. So I try to make myself available and make sure I overdo that, every day you have enough. So it's a matter of you picking what you want. And God just opened my eyes to see that. Do you know that is why you are getting blessed? Because once those things are available for them to work with, they work with it, and then money comes in. So I tend to earn much because I'm doing something that I think people may think is not directly my own benefit. But in looking out for them, I'm indirectly blessing myself. Because once the production cycle completes, whatever comes in at the end of the day still belongs to me. But some people can be wicked and they feel like, if you cut more for them, you have to pay them more. That's stupid and selfish. So we need to respect others and treat them the way that we want to be treated. The Bible says it is not self-seeking, which is what I just explained now. We need to look out for others. It's not easily angered. What has that got to do with business? A lot. A lot. The type of business that most of us are doing right now is what is keeping or breaking our businesses. You are angry with a staff, and the next thing, fire. You don't even care whether the person is important to your business or not. You are angry with a customer, and the next thing, you yank the person away. You have a way they say that if you keep removing the stick that is giving you fire, before you know it, the fire goes out. It keeps no record of wrongs. Some of us are professionals at this. And your head is stuffed with a lot of rubbish that you are not able to think and to think clearly. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Love always protects. Are you protecting your staff? Always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. Chai. I didn't say that. He didn't say love might not. He says never. Never. If it fails, it's a signal it wasn't love. It never. And that's the word of God. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. And where there is knowledge, it will pass away. Is knowledge not passing away right now? Every week, every month, new things are coming up. What you know yesterday is obsolete if you don't upgrade yourself. And I can say I really love this where it says, where there is prophecies, they will cease. A lot of times what we look out for is not it. And it has where it ends. So your business is based on that. It will soon end. But once it is love, you are guaranteed. And we need to come back home. We have gone too far. We keep chasing a lot of things that, you think it's about setting this off, and when my business has this, when my business has that, and we leave the basic thing that is holding the business. Bible says it's called love. In the process of helping others, you discover yourself. If you are not interested in people, you are not going to discover yourself. It's when you want to help others that your giftings begins to manifest. It's when you desire to help people that you begin to see things in other ways that will push your business forward. Let's take Joseph, for example, when he was in prison. How can you be in prison and you still care about people? He actually made a statement. He asked the guy, he said, from his countenance, that he wasn't looking happy. A prisoner looks at another prisoner and is saying, your countenance, what's your business? What you are thinking about is that I'm stuck here. And guess what? He wasn't there because he was being punished for what he did. He was actually put there because somebody wanted to punish him. So he knew that he wasn't guilty. When you are being punished for what you have not done, do you know what our attitude is like? You don't even care about others because you've not sorted out yourself. But he was patient enough to even see that somebody is not looking happy. And when he offered to help the person, it led to his own. So all those things is tied together. Help. When you want to help, your own best will come out. When you want to help, your own opportunity will open up. Most times we are the one that is holding up our blessing. We are the one that is restricting God from blessing us. It's not about God. We are the one. So we need to be open. We need to have a process how we help others. And while we do so, we also discover ourselves. Let me quickly talk about brand identity. What is brand identity? A brand identity is made up of what your brand says. What are your values? How you communicate your product to people. And what you want people to feel when they interact with your company. I like that word, feel. Because business is not just about product. It's a feeling. People come back to us because of how they feel, but we cannot touch it. So if all we do in our business is just, transaction, pay me, it will get, because we are all human. There's that thing in every human that desires respect. There's that thing in every human that desires love. There's that thing in every human that desires to be acknowledged. So when people come into your space, how do they feel? We just think it's office. No, it's not office. We just think it's school. No, it's not school. There is something called feeling. And the reason people come back to it is because they want a repeat of that feeling. And if you are not able to constantly maintain that feel, then you lose them. I think somebody gave this example. It was here in this church that there was this person that has a salon. And, a customer just walked in. I know, ladies, when we go to salon before now, they normally use hot water. And slightly, they mix it. But in this salon, they actually use cold water. And the guy was like, man, this is cool. Unlike other salons, cold water. And he felt refreshed. And when he was sitting, they were barbing his head. They gave him tea. Slightly hot tea. And he took it. He went home that day feeling, this salon is different. And there comes this day that he wanted to repeat that feeling. He want that cold water again on his head. And he wanted to taste tea. So he went back to this salon. And when he got there this day, they did the usual that everybody does. Warm water. I know immediately the thing went on his head was like, oh God, that wasn't why he's there. He came there for an experience. And by the time he sat down, they were about to cut it, then they brought out Coke. Oh God. And they just messed up what he was expecting. Will he go back there? So when people come to us, there is something they want that makes them come. And we are all different. Whatever you have, display it the way it is. People that God has called out for you will be magnetized with that your personality and everything you do. And they will come to you. Don't try changing it. You have your own people in the marketplace. Everybody has their own people. Don't try to be like someone else. Be yourself and attract those who are supposed to come to you. And when they come, please be consistent. Stay with it. That is why they come. There's this guy in the music industry that when he started out, he was so, I'll call it ibile. That traditional taste was in his music. And he did so well that the thing everybody was just about him. And I just saw him recently and he has changed everything about himself. He has done dreads, and I'm like, this guy, people came to you because they saw something. Your fans saw something. Don't change it. Don't. Now he's confused because those that loved him then can't see what they came for. And the new guys he's trying to attract feels, no, he's not really part of us. So he's just hanging. Stay with who you are. You will attract your own people. If I go to a market and I shout, Toyin, those that bear Toyin will look back. If you are not Toyin, you won't turn. Stay with what you are called to do. Just stay there. Be patient. And you get your own. Brand identity. I remember. Your brand identity is that personality of yours, of your business, and a promise to your customers. You must make sure that you do it repeatedly and that you're constant about it. Faith-driven brands that have made lasting impact. I just remember my son, when he was in primary school, we took him to Renoir. That's Mrs. Abiose's school. And they have this way that they teach. They'll teach you what you ought to be taught, but it's not the regular school where they will just say this plus this equals this. They teach them why. They made them to think. They process. So I remember then that if you scatter things for my son, It will not be in a hurry. But you just say, I will just rearrange the thing back. It will take time, but you always get it. And I'm like, I like this. I met a little girl and it was like, these days, all students, they want to be in the next grade, whether they pass or not. I don't understand what is happening, but that is what is reigning now. And you just see them go 1 times 1, and I'm like, when you see a 3-year-old and is reciting 12 times 12, I'm like, what for? What does that child need that in for? The truth is that she can't actually process it in her head, but she's saying it. And parents, like, I see my daughter, she can read. I know this girl was like, start from 1 times 1 to 12 times 12, and she got everything. Wow. And I was like, 1 times 13. And auntie, there is nothing like that. Why? Because everything is, she's not processing anything. She just, they say, there's this word for it. Borrow me now. Yes, she just crammed it. Said there's nothing like that. Imagine if she has been taught and she knows how, if you tell her 14 times 1, she will know it. She will just settle down because she knows how they do it. She will get the answer. But this age that we just garbage in things that are not useful to our generation, things that are not useful for your business. You just keep collecting, and you can't even apply them. And even when you apply, you can't see results because it's not for you. And that she did really helped me as a person, because my first son is 6 years older than my daughter. So by the time she was in school, I hardly do anything. He can train her because there's nothing she wants to do that he does not understand. So it was I see his mates then, and like, I know all of them were just cramming. But this one, until when he went to secondary, he could just dissolve things and he will see through it. And I like that. Even imagine how many years ago she did that. But the thing is still there. It's applicable. And I remember when they do their prize giving, the regular school say the first person is in math, the first person in English. You know what they do in Renoir? The best person with a good character. And they'll give you an award. The most patient student in class. The best handwriting. The students were not competing with themselves. They weren't. So it's not just about passing English and maths. If you pass English and math and your life is messed up, what's the essence of the English and the maths that you pass? But they emphasize on character. So you see them, you want to work, you see them, adult is coming, they're like, even girls in their class, you see the way they respect in class. You see the way they sit, the ladies. And I'm like, this is cool. It's not just about passing maths and passing English. It's more than that. And those are the kind of brands that we need to evolve with. Praise the Lord. Let's discuss how constant faith-infused branding can foster loyalty and community engagement. I noticed that loyal brands tend to get faithful and repeat customers. And there is no way your business can grow if you don't have repeat customers. If all you want are new customers over and over, then you have to do serious work, and you spend so much chasing little. Imagine if everybody just have to buy Coke once in your lifetime. Just buy one Coke. Would they make it? The reason they make it is because people keep buying. You come back tomorrow and buy the same thing from the same company. But if somebody just have to taste your thing once and off they go, you are not likely to reach the best of your potentials. So we need to make sure that we have repeat customer. Customer loyalty is the result of of a company consistently meeting and exceeding customers' expectation. When people come to us, don't let us be average. Average is plenty. Average is everywhere. If all I get for sending my children to your school is that they know how to say 1 times 1 is 2, it's everywhere. Every school does that. What is that extra that you are adding? Why should I come to your school? I have a friend that she just, she doesn't like this boarding house thing, but she eventually had to send her son to the boarding school. And when the boy came back, he just goes into, when he wakes up in the morning now, he will lay his bed. And he packs his shoe under, And the mother doesn't have to talk much now because the little things she says, the guy responds. And she's like, wow. She's been preaching to school for everybody that cares to listen. Say, my son has suddenly grown up. That, now he can, and when his brother does it, say, no, don't put it there. Put your shoe here. Put your socks in the basket. And like, what, seriously? It used to be jaga before. Now the boy has straightened up. She's an ambassador. If anybody that cares to, she says, who? Son that is sleeping. He wakes up without waking him up. When he tells her, no, go and sleep. He's like, So what is that special thing that you're giving? We need to do it. We need to exceed our customers' expectation. You are more likely to convert people when you do this. Then it's less expensive to acquire. They are more likely to refer you, just like my friend is doing, to others. And that's free advertisement. You don't have to pay anything. Word of mouth. Free. They are more likely to purchase again. That means if he has another child, she's likely to put that child in the school. They are more likely to be loyal to your brand. And studies have shown that acquiring a new customer can cost you 5 times more than retaining an existing customer. So why would you want to do the so-called serious work where you can leverage on the previous customer that you have? Again, study says that the success rate of selling to a customer you already have is 60 to 70%. Again, the success rate of selling to a new customer is 5 to 20%. So the probability that somebody is going to buy something from you afresh is low compared to someone that has been with you. For them to be with you shows that there's something that you're doing right that they like and they want it to be repeated. So they are likely to keep coming. So let's leverage on this so that we can get a repeat customer. I remember I told you, was it in May? I did this advert. It cost a lot, but it just blew in customers to me. And I'm like, wow. And I thank God I had the wisdom to know that I had to retain them. Do you know that since May that I did that advert, I think I got over 300 customers from one advert. And all of them, immediately they entered. Up till now, I've not repeated any adverts. What I'm doing is maintaining them. And once they experience the first time, they are okay with coming the next time. So now, without spending the money I spent in May, I'm still getting the results that I did in May, free of charge, leveraging on existing customers. But I know some people just keep doing the advert, then you don't even care about the ones that have entered. We need to maintain them. We need to preserve them. We need to keep giving them what they want, and they will stay with you. With that, you save a lot of money and not just keep spending on advert. I'm not saying advert is not good, but make sure when they come in, maintain, keep them. So what are the ways to gain and respect customers, repeat customers rather? You need to make your customers feel important and respected. It sounds so, we should know that. No, we don't behave it. We need to really show them. we need to remember our customer's name. You will be surprised how far that can go. And because somebody comes to you today and they're like, even from your look, they know that you can't even remember them. It's not good enough. Everybody that comes your way, you are always like, you are telling them you are not important. You are telling them, who are you? And when people come, imagine a customer comes to you and you're like, welcome. You call the name and you're like, the person has 2 children. You're like, what of Bola and Shegun? If you know what that thing does to people. She's like, whoa. She not just remember, she knows my son's name. The way they will settle and sit down, you think you've done more than that. It makes them feel, this person likes and knows me. They are more likely to come back to you. Then give them a smile. I remember when I went to America, when you are walking on the road or when I got to the hospital, I just see them, everybody they do like this. When I got to, I'm like, sorry, where is everybody? He said they are greeting you. I said, because I was wondering, everybody now was. Say you are greeting you. So when they do this. I say, okay. Smile. Just smile. Make people feel calm. Imagine somebody that is agitated and they just come in court and you are like, it just calms their nerves. Little things matters. Remember what they like. Somebody comes to you, you help them with their whatever they come for. And, before you arrive at the conclusion, the person has to tell you this and tell you that. And guess what? By the time the person returns, the next time, you've forgotten. And the person has to come back to tell you. It's frustrating. And it shows that you are not listening. But when somebody comes and before you say, the person says, Jack, you brought out this, you say this, is like, oh yeah, she knows me. She's got me. And therefore, they will always come back. Find out more about your customers. And it doesn't have to be one. When, there's this thing they call algorithm that just pulls out people. Just go and study. They are age range already. Study about them. Discover what they like. Offer something free. And like, this thing costs me. You won't believe how far the little things you offer free can go. No matter how small, offer something free. Sense what your customer might like or want. Do that in advance. All these things look very simple, but these are homework that we need to do, and we need to do it very well. You need to train your staff to do the same. It's not just about you. We don't want to kill yourself. Make sure the people on board knows how to do stuff so that all the ball doesn't end with you. Then we need to have a flawless service. Flawless. At times we need to call a friend to just come in and check things out when you are not there. Let them relate with your staffs. Feel their vibe. When you are there, they may be doing things properly. But when you are not there, what happens? Can just send a friend. Just do as if you want to bring your child to my school and meet my customer service. See the way they treat you. Let a friend come to your shop to buy something when you are not there. Let them give you feedback. The customer that is offended will not even give. They will just go. But when it's your friend and your staff doesn't know the friend, you will see how really they treat. And we need to do these things occasionally just to put everything in check. Then we need to introduce a reward system for our regular guests. I want to use New Strings as an example now. We have our swimming pool over there. If you keep data of people that comes regularly, you may say, once you paid 5 times for swimming, the next one is on us, free. Little things like that shows that, they really appreciate me. Now they say I can come swim for free. And a friend of theirs that has swam only 2, they say, you better go and do 3 more so that you get 1. And that's the way Nigerians think. You like free things. So let's leverage on it. Then we need to give special offer to influential customers. Most times, as Christians, we have this habit of saying, everybody is the same now. Everybody is not the same. Everybody is not the same. You need to give preference to some people. You need to leverage on some people. And I want to use this example. Restaurants is a very good example for this. Imagine someone comes to your restaurant and the person maybe has a staff of 40 staffs. And he comes there and he enjoys the way you treat him, the way you do stuff. When he wants to do a meeting or something, he'll consider you. And he putting in a word for his staff, you have already gained 40 staff free of charge. So there are things that we do that actually helps us with our business. Don't just package everybody together and feel like should be they are all. No, we need to give preference to some people. 99% of wisdom is being wise on time. 99% of wisdom is being wise on time. Nigerians, most times we are late. It's when things are has gone that we all now rushing. Let's take action. Last week we talked about sales targets. Yes, we've done sales targets. How many of us has actually sat down and put pen on paper? Because when we don't do these things, we don't get the results. So wisdom is acting fast. Wisdom is acting fast on information. Wisdom is implementing what you know. Wisdom is implementing what you learn. We can learn and learn and learn and learn. It's not what we learn that matters. It's what we do with what we learn. So anytime we discuss things, we study things, let's try and put those things into practice. It's only practice that gets us results. God bless.
Welcome back. That was Miss Oluniyi taking us into another light on the same topic. She used the principles of the Bible, that is love, she found a way to infuse that principle into our business. So, Mr. Kaide, give us your take on this.
It's such a wonderful Sunday today, and it's such a blessing to be here today to hear such impactful message. I like to start take it from the point where she established the commandments, the only commandment that we have, which is love. And she started actually by emphasizing that faith-infused brand of business is just replicating godly values in your business. And how best can you replicate godly values if not from the point of love? And that's the only commandment that we have, that we love God and then we love our neighbor as ourselves. And so our brand should reflect the love of God. And so we begin to look into the scriptures. What is love? Love is not self-seeking. Love is kind. Love is gracious. Love is not easily angered. And the beautiful part is that she was practical about it. And that's the beauty of coming to a place like TBN, the practicality of the messages. For example, love is not easily angered. She made an example of where you are a brand and you have staff, and then you don't understand that your staff members are critical to your brand, such that you begin to pick up quarrel and you become easily angered, and you just let it go and let them go, only for you to discover that you've lost a gem. So it's for us to be able to look into the practicality of biblical values through, at least from the point of love. It's not self-seeking. It's patient. It's patient. You have a brand, and it's not patient. You're not patient with your staff members. You're not even patient with your customers. And these days we are learning that you have to be patient with people. People want to. Yes, we understand that they are crazy customers. But how patient can you be? Because that could also be a selling point. To say this person, when I call this person, the customer service of this person, they just a calmness to this. And I've seen it even personally. I've had to send, all of this website that will tell you help and support. Then you message them, and the way they respond, you can tell that there's a calm and patient approach to how they relate to it. So it's for us now to be able to take this into our brand and businesses.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kade. You can watch all our videos on all our various social media platforms, and we'd love to see you in the network service. Stay blessed.
Welcome. This is the Bridge Network, City Church, Canada. We're so glad that you're here with us today. Our vision is outstanding life and service to God, transforming the world. We invite you to come for the word, and we know that you will stay for the kingdom. City Church. Canada is based in Vancouver at the moment, where we're starting out. And we believe so strongly in connecting to each other, to community, and of course to God. And to be a part of this, everything you need to know about how to give, how to support, how to contact us is right there on the screen in front of you. The number is 1-604-600-7940. The website is thebridgenetwork.ca.